and welcome to Dan and Ian Have Questions. Are you interested in people's unique hobbies, passions, and how it all gets started? Well, you're in the right place. These two, like many of you, know a little bit about a lot and always have questions. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy as they find out what makes everyone so interesting. This is the Dan and Ian Have Questions podcast.
Okay. Hey, everybody, this is Dan.
And Ian.
And today we have a Christmas special for you guys.
Oh,
indeed. And actually, like last year, what did we talk about? We talked about what is like the most our Christmas presents, right? Like the best Christmas presents and the most.
Yeah, and then awkward gifts. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was Dale or someone saying they had what was it? Shirts purses made out of jeans or something like that.
Oh yes.
It was something like that. But yeah, it was toys and awkward gifts.
Yeah, and I remember it was the rocket ship of G.I. Joe, that giant like shuttle launcher that I had, the monstrosity in plastic that I had in my corner of my room for the longest time.
I don't even remember what I said on that one.
Yeah, I know. We have to look back. We have to figure that out.
Yeah, but this time you had an idea of what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So, around this time there's always holiday specials, and I feel like around this time, like now, it's not as prevalent. There's a lot more. I mean, we have channels that all they do is just essentially holiday specials, like a Hallmark channel, which is actually 24 hours, 365 holiday specials all the time. So there's always something a little bit different when it's when you're younger. You get a little bit more nostalgic, and I wanted to talk about at least a few of the holiday specials that I remember growing up. And I don't know, do you have some things that you have up ready, or do you want me to
No, I was just trying to think of some, and I really couldn't come up with any that like stuck out to me that was like, oh, I remember watching that like every year, right. Other than, well, you might say it. So, but it's not a special, that's a movie. So, but I'll leave it to see if you say it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like you said, there's not a lot these days. It's like on streaming or everything's separate. It's not like an event, ABC movie event, Oprah Winfrey and so, like all these huge actors or something to do these specials and whatnot. Right. But yeah, nowadays it's just buried amongst everything else.
Yeah, because like it was a big thing back in the day, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. They used to do these variety shows that they don't even do anymore. And when I was a kid, they didn't. I wasn't really interested, or I probably wasn't even old enough to stay up to watch a lot of them. So I missed a lot of them out. So I was kind of relegated to the kids, the more cartoony ones that they were releasing back in the day. And in one particular, I would really have like a fondness for this particular one. It was the California Raisins Christmas special. It was a claymation special that they came out, and it came out in 87.
I remember, I remember that they had a couple different things. I remember seeing at least one of them.
Yeah, I remember there's one where it was just straight up about dinosaurs. They did a whole clay animation about dinosaurs. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they decided, I think there were a couple of specials that they've done in the past, and this one in particular was for for Christmas celebration. They had, what was big back then was the clay animation of the California Raisins, and I thought, I had a really good nostalgia about this. I remember the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Strachiosaurus, which was, one of the least popular of the triceratopids of that species. You wouldn't really think of that particular dinosaur as, you would make him as a character that everyone would love, that they do now, so, but
yeah,
I don't know, they like, those two as like the host, and they would have different songs and skits with the music playing along with them. And I always remember there was like the one particular one that I remember were the walruses ice skating, and the yeah, the penguins who were watching them, who were very unlucky during a lot of that times, like 'cause so they were like doing figure skating and they were bowling over pretty much the penguins at whatever chance that they could get. And it was such I felt bad for them so much, but I loved every bit of that particular part. Then they had, the We Three Kings. They did like a doo-wop version of it, and they did the one that really sticks out that I love, and you probably remember this one as well. If you remember this, is the Notre Dame, where they did the bells. You know
Oh,
that one? It's like da 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 da
I
da
don't know.
da.
I don't know.
They had one where they had one particular bell who was like really like kind of dim-witted, and
Yeah.
the orchestra, the maestro in that was actually Quasimodo. And he was just every time they got to this particular guy, he would screw it up. He would screw up every 5 seconds, and it's just like at the end, what ended up happening is that Quasimodo actually had to hit him with a slingshot. That's how you found out that he finally was able to, get the bell rung correctly. But all through the whole thing, I was kind of nervous because I actually tried to rewatch it again, and I couldn't find actually the full version of it. I was only able to see clips, probably like the clips of each of the songs, and that was it. But you know what? Like that actually it held up really good. I was still amazed by the clay animation, the nostalgia of it was there for sure. But I think like even like my older brain, I still love that stuff. And if I could ever watch it the full version again, I would definitely love to show it to like my family now and see if my wife even remembers it, and if my son Calvin would actually enjoy it at all. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I definitely enjoyed that in particular. So do you have a special that you remember fondly?
Well, that's what I was saying. I couldn't think of it, but I know it was claymation always. There was a lot of
Yeah.
claymation ones, and I was looking up because we were saying claymation and dinosaurs,
Right.
and I had to look it up because I remember watching it over and over and over and over again as a kid.
Right.
And it was a short film that was a claymation that was directed by Will Vinton, who
Yeah.
did it was like I forget what the pig's name was, but it was like an ABC like Halloween specials and stuff. He would do the claymation,
Oh, okay.
and but this has got Fred Savage in it as a kid, and
Oh,
it's yeah, there's a lot of claymation, and it's all about dinosaurs, and it's all over the place. There's some animated like hand drawn animated stuff, and then
right.
uh uh yeah, claymation, then live action stuff with Fred Savage. It's a weird one.
So was it
Check it
all
out.
was it all clay animation, or was it like some live action as well as some clay
Well, that's what I'm
animation?
saying. Yeah, it's all mixed in. It's like his story and some I forget exactly, but I remember watching a bunch as a kid because I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. But
Right.
it's like if I remember right, it was just like explaining dinosaurs, learn about dinosaurs, or
Right.
but through these different styles of animation.
Right.
I'm gonna have to look it up after this.
Yeah. See, now
A short film, it can't be that long.
how short is it though? That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Oh,
So there's another one that I remember quite well, which was the Garfield Christmas
oh,
special. Do you
really?
do you remember that one?
I mean, I remember a lot of Garfield, but I don't remember that one exactly.
Yeah, that one.
Let's
And,
see.
and, and funny enough, in doing the research, I found out actually the clay animation, the California Raisin special, and the Garfield Christmas special, they played back to back, and for like 2 seasons they did it.
Hmm.
So it was just like it was like one worked on the other. So it was like the almost like the power hour of holiday specials at the time. But this one, this was like just a straight up cartoon animation, hand drawn animation with Garfield and John and Odie going to down to John's old home in the farm. You could say
Oh,
you meet his family, And actually, funny enough, he has a younger brother, which I don't think he was ever actually introduced in the cartoon in the his comic strip. He was
Hmm.
always. I think this was like the first and probably the only time that you actually see his brother, which is his funny. His nickname is Doc Boy, and I still don't understand why it's called Doc Boy.
Doc Boy.
Doc Boy, but he was actually voiced, believe it or not, if you guys remember, as David Linder. And if you guys know David Linder, he was Squiggy and Laverne and Shirley.
Oh,
Yes.
hello, Laverne.
Hello, Laverne. And the I was like, I kept on hearing the voice while I was watching it. And I'm like, that voice sounds so familiar. And I had to look it up and it was like Squiggy. So I was like, oh man. And even like, Garfield's voice was like very unique to that character. And I remember like years and years down the road when Bill Murray decided to do Garfield, he was like kind of tricked. Did you know about that?
Wait, the live
The, the
action
live
movie?
action. Yes. The live
Yeah,
action.
no, I don't. I mean, I didn't know he was tricked into doing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to recollect right now. It was one of the it was the Farrelly brothers. He's like he they gave him the script and the script, the last name of the guy who wrote it was like Farrelly, and so he thought it was a Farrelly brothers production. But
Oh,
then it was too late. He found out later on that that guy was he's not even remotely related to them. So he got kind of roped in there by false pretenses
yeah.
to do those movies, especially Garfield 2, the Tale of Two Kitties, or
Wait, he was in the sequel?
I think he was in the sequel, I believe too.
He just said screw it.
I think maybe he was like stuck in a contract or something like that. We're gonna have to check a little bit later on to see if that's still
Yeah.
relevant or not. But yeah, but that was one of those cartoons where I always thought it was it had like it had heart to it, even though it was like goofy most of the time too. I don't know if you remember this at all, or do you remember this cartoon?
What?
Did
Which?
the Garfield one?
Oh, the Christmas special.
Yeah,
No, I was looking at it and I'm like, it just looks like Garfield to me. So I
yeah.
I don't remember the story or anything.
So it was, obviously John, he goes and visits his family for Christmas. His whole family is there and his grandmother is still there. And it was the grandmother was, one of those people's like, back in my day and this was like better, blah blah blah, or all that. But like she has like a heart to heart talking to Garfield. And she talked about like how, you know, uh, the grandfather was a good man, a strong man who provided for his family and everything. And, when he finally passed away and everything else, it's just like, there was like a very heavy point in that cartoon. And also what Garfield finds in the shed, the barn, I should say, is like the old love letters of the grandfather writing to the grandmother, and how she got like very teary about that as well. So it kind of threw you off emotionally.
Yeah.
So
It's like,
uh,
what is this?
yeah, but it's still like, well, it's Garfield, it's got to be good.
It's
And
got to be good.
it's got to be good. So yeah, I those are the ones that I picked. I'm sure there's like thousands upon thousands. I was thinking in my head, yeah, it's one of those like shower question things that you think in your head, like how many holiday specials has there been since the start of holiday specials?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I bet if I started looking through like a giant list, I'd be like, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah. But it's like it's hard to remember anything, other than the whatever the classics.
right. So
And
those are
you were talking about Garfield, and I was listening to a show, and they were talking about there was a somebody took the comic strips and removed all of Garfield's word balloons.
uh-huh.
So it's just John talking to himself and like responding. And, it's just
Oh
like,
no.
they say it's like really dark
Yeah.
just because of yeah, he's just basically chattering to himself.
Didn't they do that to Seinfeld? Then they removed all the laugh track on that, or the
Oh
live
yeah, I've
studio
seen
audio?
stuff like that. Yeah, where it's just that. Yeah, it's so hard.
That it just shows you like how not funny some of the things that they wrote, I guess.
Yeah.
It had to be like at a
Oh, I think it was Big Bang.
oh, that's what it was.
Somebody did it to Big Bang Theory, I believe.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You're right about that. Oh my god. It's just we can't do that to our entertainment. It's just there's something it's almost like a Pavlov's response when it comes
Yeah,
to like
it is weird, the whole laugh track thing.
right.
I mean, when somebody points it out like that, it's even stranger.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's like when they take the Star Trek footage and stabilize it.
Yeah.
You see, like everybody,
Yeah.
basically throwing themselves around the room.
Right. That's right.
Like, don't show me that. Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
But I had put together a Christmas present, I guess we'll call it. The gift of trivia, but I actually enlisted some of our friends
Uh-huh.
To ask some questions here. I'm going to make this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sharing on the fly here.
Right.
So excuse me. Share sound. Make sure we do that.
Yep.
And
is it like the Jeopardy theme music or something?
Here we go.
Yo, 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 and ho, ho, ho. It's your good friend Chris Mocked from Mocktails from the Cantina. Merry Christmas to you guys. I have a couple questions for you. Trivia, holiday trivia. First question is, the movie Miracle on 34th Street is based on a real-life department store. What is it?
I know this answer, actually, because I watched this. I remember watching this last year, and it's Macy's. I bet it's Macy's.
All right.
I'm saying Macy's.
Let's see here.
Because it's definitely shameless promotion on Macy's. Because they talk about how much they're a caring place. Because that's what Santa Claus was doing on Miracle on 34th Street. Telling them that they should go to other stores to get the parts that Macy's doesn't have.
Okay.
All right. And
answer.
Let's see.
Give me the answer I want.
The answer is Macy's. Marshall Fields would be an incorrect answer, but I guess there is a tie-in with Marshall Fields, Chicago's very own. It is now where Macy's resides.
All right, so got it correct.
Yes.
And
right.
I love that Chris has got a little tidbit, that he's throwing in there for us.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Let's go with.
Give me another one.
Question 2.
Next question. In the movie Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
They were going
to another Chicago-related question.
They are going to Gay Paris. They are going to Paris.
Paris,
France. They were going to.
Let's see. That's question 2.
I know it's because we watched this.
All right.
Paris. Home Alone, did that take place in Chicago or did that take place in New York City? I know the Home Alone house is in Chicago and you can actually spend the night there. Something that I must do before I die.
It took place in Chicago.
Yeah, they're from
New
Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. And New York City was the second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Yes, exactly. So,
all right.
Is that extra credit? Do I get extra credit for that?
For the answer to his question.
Yeah.
We'll get back with him later.
All right.
So we got two down, 2 correct.
Yes. How many more we got?
Let's go. For Chris, we have one more.
Oh, okay. For Chris, there's more. There's more people.
There's more.
Oh,
all right.
God. All right.
Last question for you guys. In the movie It's a Wonderful Life, What happened every time a bell rang?
He looks so disappointed in that. I cut that a little weird. Well, it's cut because of what he's about to say.
Right. Okay. So, do you want to answer this, or you want me to answer this?
Oh, you go ahead. I know the answer.
Oh! An angel gets his wings.
Now, if you don't know this one, you're living under a rock. The answer is an angel gets its wings. Hey, be sure to check me out on Mocktails from the Cantina. Become a Patreon member.
Yes, absolutely.
Like my good friend, Boston Dan, as I like to refer to him. And again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you guys.
Thanks, man.
Woo-hoo,
Dude,
Chris.
that was awesome. I don't know how you got him to do it. It seems like he's always posting something up. I don't know how he has time to do anything.
Yeah,
But
he
it's
was
like 36 Christmas trees and everything
oh
else.
God, yeah. Well, I mean, he was more than gracious. I think he was in the I thought he was traveling or he was about to, and he just did it on the fly for me.
That's awesome.
All right. Look away from the screen for a second.
I can't. Is
Let's
someone getting
see.
dressed? Someone getting changed?
Let's see.
Someone's naughty bits are exposed.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Can I look or no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Right now on Dan and Ian Have Questions Holiday Special, we are Brian and Haley from Source Pages, and we're going to present a few trivia questions for you guys. You ready?
Oh, this is
I'm ready.
First one. Which one of Santa's reindeer has the same name as another holiday mascot?
Another holiday mascot.
Oh wow, I didn't think this would be one that would stump you up.
All right, hold on.
Now you got to run through all the names.
Because I have to sing this song. That's the thing.
I can never sing. I always forget all their names.
Prancer and Vixen, Donner and Cupid. Cupid.
All right, we're gonna go with Cupid. Let's see.
The holiday of love, St. Valentine himself. That's Cupid.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I did not think that was going to be the one that stumped you.
Well, you have to sing the song.
Let's see.
And then as soon as you say it, then you know like instantly what it's all
about. Let's go. That was the first one from them, right?
Yeah, first one. Yep.
Second one.
All right.
I'm like, I got them all out of order here.
I'm ready.
In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman?
Oh, is it like Pastor Brown?
That's what you're going with?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, right. Oh,
you gotta sing the song again,
dude. Yeah, Pastor Brown. Isn't it?
Going with Pastor Brown.
I'm going with Pastor Brown.
All right. Answer 2.
Right? Oh shoot.
Let's see.
I don't think I've got this right.
That would be a puddle after you. No, I'm just kidding. We could call him Parson Brown.
Parson Brown. Yep.
Yes.
Parson Brown. I was close.
Yeah, I was like Pastor Brown.
Well, because that's what they used to call the clergy. Parson Brown. And
is that what it was?
Yeah, like
I didn't even understand what it was.
Yeah, Parson Brown. It was like a term for priests that would travel around the different towns, and people would get married. Like if there wasn't a church in the village or whatever, they would wait until like they would do their rounds, and then everyone would get married at that time, and then that's why it's kind of like a term of endearment, almost like a Johnny Appleseed. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Remember, there was no like one Johnny Appleseed. There might have been like a ton of them, and they were just.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, like that type of thing.
All right. Question 3 from
Yep.
them. Let's see. Question 3.
All right, here we go.
And for the final question, what is the name of the main villain in Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas?
The Oogie Boogie Man.
The Oogie Boogie Man?
Yeah.
That's what we're going with?
Yeah, that's my son's like favorite movie.
Oh. All right, let's see. That was an easy one. I mean, a lot of these are easy. I didn't want to make it too crazy. Make it fun.
Thanks, man.
You're
The
joking.
The only, the squiggly and squirmy Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
Oogie Boogie. So, thank you all, Dan and Ian, for having a fantastic show. We love listening to your show. And speaking of shows we think you should listen to, come check us out on Source Pages, a reading collective. You could listen to it on any platform that's out there. We cover comics and books for geeky TV shows and movies as primers and continuations. And where else can they reach us, Haley?
You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and strandedpanda.com.
Thank you all, and have a great and safe new year.
Thank you very,
Cheers.
very much. Bye, guys. We got to have them on again. We got to do some kind of like a review of something and then have them on.
Yeah, have them school us on something.
I know. I feel infinitely a lot worse when they're around, because it's just like I feel like I'm being constantly schooled by by things I thought I knew.
I feel not adequate. All right. Look away from the screen again, since we're doing this on the fly. Let's see.
Changing again.
Let's see.
The G strings. What's going on?
Oh wait, nope. I almost screwed up.
How many people do you have? Like, how many people you got to do this?
All right.
All right. Can I look?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Question 1. I hope.
Ho, ho, ho. This is Dave from Dave's Dark Arts. Hi, Ian. Hi, Dan. Hope you've been good boys this year, because I'm going to tell Santa. Question. What did Frosty the Snowman do when a magic hat was placed on his head?
Oh, that's that look on his face, too. That's even...
Yeah.
He began to dance around.
Let's see.
All right. I can look.
He began to dance around.
Hey! He even gave me a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right, that gives me much joy and volition. I am validated.
And yeah, I accidentally asked David one of the same questions as Haley and Brian. I didn't realize until afterward. I went, oh crap!
Yeah.
So we only got one more from
Okay.
David,
All
and
right.
here we
Sorry, David.
go.
What is Ralphie's little brother's name in the movie A Christmas Story?
Oh man. Oh, that face on his...
Yeah, the thinking face.
I wonder. Ralphie. Is it like?
There.
Ah. I haven't watched this in a while. That's the problem. Ralphie.
This is going to be the only one that you get incorrect.
Oh no! Oh man, I gotta spit something out, don't I? Ralphie and
It's the same. Well, here I'll. Well, go ahead.
it's the same as what? You give me a hint.
No. Same first letter.
Ralphie and Robert,
Is that what we're going with?
Randall,
Which one?
Rufus. So it's I would say Robbie, I guess.
Robbie?
It's probably not right. Oh,
Randy!
Randy!
You did real well.
No, I didn't.
Happy Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!
Thanks, David. I thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Sorry, Dave. Sorry I let you down, Dave.
Yeah.
Sorry I let you down. I should have known that, and it didn't work out.
Well, that after long technical difficulties and me trying to share a screen and figure this out, we found a way to do it.
Oh, that's
But on their end, they won't know anything. People watching and listening to this,
right.
it'll be seamless.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much my Christmas gift to you, sir.
Oh, thanks,
and to
man.
the audience.
That was really cool. I like.
Yeah.
It was good to see them again.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody. I mean, I told them, of course, when I was talking to them, and after they sent me the stuff, and I mean, especially Brian and Haley, they're just every show they mention us on there, and that's greatly appreciated. Along with the friends of the show, I think the segment, but yeah, I'm really grateful. Thank you all, and I guess on that note, unless you have anything else to say.
I would like to thank our audience and everyone, the people who have been listening to us and complimenting, everything that we do, and all the guests that have taken their time to hang out with us in our little show. We really appreciate that, and I promise that we got more to go. So, just listen to us and check us out on the YouTubes, as well as any of the podcatching sites that you guys get it. We're all over the place. So tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell your fathers. I'm sure they'll be enticed by the things that we talk about as well. So
exactly.
Ian, thank you very much. That was great. I enjoyed that. That was a pleasant
You're welcome,
surprise.
sir.
I was not expecting that whatsoever.
But all right, well, have a good night, man. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or suggestions, write to us at danandianpod@gmail.com or search Dan and Ian Have Questions Podcast on Facebook. Intro music provided by Ian Savage. Music produced and recorded by Shaun Vanek at Mercenary Studios. Thanks again for listening, and see you next time.